Hey everyone, 95 Fathoms here, and welcome to my first Gen 9 Shiny Hunting quest, which was aiming for a team of all the past Paradox Pokémon in Scarlet available in the base game, with Sandy Shocks being the bonus 7th Shiny that I didn't intend to use as part of my primary team. I had originally recorded individual intros for each target on this quest per what I typically would do, but after being more familiar with Gen 9 hunting and getting a better idea of how I feel about it, I decided that these hunts aren't exciting or in-depth enough to justify 7 different videos, and would work much better as one big compilation. Also, each intro didn't offer that much except the sandwich I used for hunting, which doesn't feel worth talking about since I wasn't using the optimal sandwich for any of these hunts, and there are way more resources for sandwich recipes in existence now than there were when I recorded these videos in December 2022. So I'll spare you the sandwich Jenga gameplay and just note that I used encounter power level 2 of some variety for all of these hunts. I don't think I was even aware at the time that you can do level 3 encounter power without getting sparkling power, and since I was only interested in hunting full odds, I avoided that. I will emphasize that I started this quest 10 days after Scarlet and Violet released, and there were a lot of things that we still didn't know yet, like the fact that a capture of a Pokemon you already have in your decks will always animate as a crit catch, or the maximally optimal sandwich recipes, so any critique or advice you might have on Gen 9 hunting is likely something I already know by now. With that said, I will jump into the footage now, and I hope you enjoy this compilation of all of the Scarlet Paradox Pokemon Shiny. Oh my god! That's it! That's shiny Slither Wing! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Shiny Slither Wing! Oh, I love this Pokemon so much. I noticed at one point that there was a group of like Meditite and Medicham like right by a wall, but it wasn't a complete group, so clearly there were more on the wall. So I was trying to check it by like, throwing Pokemon into battle, and then, the camera clipped through the wall and I saw that there was a Slither Wing in there, and I was like, oh dear lord, there's a reasonable chance that I failed one of these. But if I did, I just started this hunt tonight, so I've been through this area, but first night I've done this, like maybe a few hours. I can check and see when I recorded my intro, and that will give me an estimate on when I started it. Okay, yeah, actually, yeah, like 2 hours ago. Like 2 hours ago I started this. I do have a nickname for Slitherwing, and it is Eorzea. It just sort of came to me. I was thinking of like something representing that it was old. Then the other thing is that I looked at its movement and it was making me think of something, and I couldn't quite figure out what it was reminding me of. And then I realized it reminded me of the way that Chows walk in Sonic Adventure 2 before they've gotten like strong enough in their run category. I think that's what it must be. So they're like crawling on all fours, and Slitherwing's movement 100% looks like that. Look at this thing and the way it scuttles around, and tell me it doesn't look like that. There's Corviknight, and there is Eorzea, shiny Slitherwing. Oof. Eorzea is dead. Oh, I haven't checked the nature yet. Let's see. I'm gonna guess Impish. I don't think that would be a good nature for them, but Naughty. Yep, I was right. It's somewhat of a clown. Well, I'm not, because I got it first phase. Oh yeah, no marks. Oh! No way! Shiny Brute Bonnet! Ah. That's insane! I was just testing around. This is my first power. I was just trying to make sure this was viable. That this was the best place to be doing it, shiny Brute Bonnet already. Wow, I can't believe this. This is my first time. I guess the game decided to throw me a bone because it's also the first time playing this game in a couple of days now. First time seriously playing it in like 4 days. No, I'm gonna go for Dusk Ball. I mean, I've always liked Dusk Balls. I know there are some people who don't like them, but I like Dusk Balls, so. Wow, second member of my shiny Paradox team quest down. That had to be crazy under odds. I mean, I've been playing for, the game's been out a couple of weeks now. I think this is exactly 2 weeks from release, which is crazy. It feels like it's been so much longer. Nature Gas Quirky. It is not quirky. It is relaxed. There we go. Shiny Brute Bonnet. Oh my god! What? I literally just started hunting this less than like 10 minutes ago. I just found Brute Bonnet. I just found Brute Bonnet like an hour ago, maybe? Just for the comparison, there's my Titan Great Tusk compared with shiny Great Tusk. And I know overworld encounters are fast, but oh my god, I did not in a million years expect to get this that fast. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say that. I kind of did. Something in my brain was like, I feel like I'm gonna get this quick, but then I was like, well, I just found Brute Bonnet after hunting for like, I don't know, 15 minutes total, maybe 20. I would prefer not to. Was that it was a crit cap. All right, and boom. We got it. We got shiny Great Tusk. This does not feel real. Brute Bonnet didn't feel real, partially because like I had just woken up from a nap like less than 10 minutes before, but this does not feel real because it's just so fast. And here it is. Shiny Great Tusk. That's a shiny Phanpy. Yep, that's shiny. So I went into this hunt almost doing electric power because I was like, dude, I'm gonna spend this entire hunt shinying on Phanpy and being just super paranoid about it. And I was paranoid at first, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna accept that I'm going to fail a shiny Phanpy, and that's okay. Right away, I was like, oh, that's shiny. That's shiny, 100%. I was trying to look up videos, like, has somebody else found this in the, in Area 0? To try to see, because the sunlight in this area is so harsh. This is my third shiny tonight, I should clarify. I found Brute Bonnet and Great Tusk earlier tonight. I'm gonna guess Lax. That's not Lax, that's mild? Yeah, it's mild. And no marks. Shiny Phanpy. Oh my god. Shiny Hawlucha. That was a really good shot of it sparkling, but I was not. So this is phase 2 for Sandy Shocks. That's a crit capture, so we got Hawlucha. I'm gonna guess Hasty for the nature, for what that's worth. Okay, it's the opposite of Hasty, because Hasty is plus speed minus defense, and it's plus defense minus speed, which I think is relaxed. Wasn't Phanpy relaxed? No, Phanpy was mild. I'm trying to remember what else was relaxed. No marks. Okay, yeah, my Brute Bonnet was relaxed. Shiny Hawlucha. Okay, I'm really mad. I just realized I wasn't recording and I just found the shiny, I think. Yep, that's the shiny. Dude, that's so subtle. That's so subtle. I thought that was gonna be way more obvious. But shiny Sandy Shocks, I'd switched around and was doing some eggs and I stopped the recording and I guess I forgot to start it before I did this again. Oh Lord, that's very disappointing. I kept waiting to find this shiny and then and be like, oh, this is really cool. Actually, I feel bad about saying I wasn't that excited about it. And now seeing the shiny in person, I'm actually like, yeah, I kind of stand by my decision to not include it on the team. I'm very annoyed that I didn't get it live, but I sort of did. I mean, you pretty much saw my reaction because I was like, wait, is that? And then my actual reaction was pretty much not verbalized until after I started recording. Oh, that's a crit cap. But I'm glad to have this. I'm glad to have this over with. I'm gonna nature guess Sassy. It's naughty. Naughty with no marks. Here's my shiny Sandy Shocks. Oh, shiny Flutter Mane. I was literally just thinking to myself, oh, you know, I'm not really prepared to weaken this. I might want to use a friend ball on it. And if I want to do that, you know, well, I'd have to do other preparations that I don't have because I probably won't catch it in a friend ball. And I'm like, well, I could find it tonight, but that's probably not going to happen. And then, bam. So I was just like, oh, okay. Flutter Mane in general is such a cool Pokemon. It's like just a slight offshoot of Mischievous, but it looks so cool. Friend Ball would work so perfectly for it. All right, fine. Let's go for it. Let's try it. Let's try the Friend Ball. If you don't try it on a shiny, what is worth using your Apricorn balls on? Oh my god, I got a crit cap and got it! This is... hello, you're normal. I don't care about you. We're gonna guess that it is... We're gonna guess Adamant Nature. I don't think that's good for it, but we're just gonna guess it. That thing is very vibrant. I think that's Careful. Yeah, Careful. And no mark. Shiny Flutter Mane. Oh, shiny Screamtail! That's it! That's it! Ah! Yes! I'm glad that the recent patch that they just did finally fixed the part where they don't close their eyes in battle. And that's a crit catch. And there we go. Shiny Screamtail caught. Member number 5 of my Paradox team quest. We are in the home stretch now. I remember around 4th gen, I really liked Jigglypuff. Was on a forum talking to people, and there was a thing where some people thought Jigglypuff was stupid or whatever, and I was like, no, Jigglypuff's great, whatever. And I did a solo run through Pearl with a Jigglypuff to prove that Jigglypuff was actually cool. I still have that Jigglypuff somewhere, but I transferred it up to Gen 5 for God knows what reason. So anyway, the whole, that sort of like, oh, Jigglypuff is actually, a force to be reckoned with kind of vibe that I had going on, definitely represented by Screamtail. Also, when I first saw this, the first thing I thought of was that episode, like, probably season 1 of the anime. It had to be early on because I haven't watched much past the first few seasons, where they had that like ancient like Gengar and Alakazam that came out of that like ancient Pokeball, and then there was also the ancient Jigglypuff that put them to sleep and acted just like the modern day Jigglypuff. Screamtail immediately reminded me of that. I'm gonna nature guess Rash. And it is lax. And it doesn't have a mark. But it likes to run, even with those feet. Or those legs, rather. Or really those feet, because it doesn't have legs. So maybe my original phrasing was actually correct. Frigitus, the shiny Scream Tail. That's a shiny Golduck. Yep, okay. There's also a regular Golduck clipping through the cave in the background. So this is phase 1 for Roaring Moon. Great Ball kind of matches it with a red and blue, but Dive Ball just looks cooler. And it is a shiny. Wow, that looks... That's a little headache-inducing, actually. Gible wants to say hi to my shiny Golduck. Shiny Greavard. Cute little baby ghost dog. When I first saw Greavard in like the trailer, well, that clipped through the ground. When I first saw Greavard in the trailer, I was like, oh, I love this Pokemon. It was one of the few designs they released early on that I really liked in Gen 9. And I was planning to use it on my team, but then other things took precedent. But I'm happy to find a shiny of this. Okay, it's a sad nature combined with his Pokedex entry, but I'm gonna guess lonely. It's quirky. Takes plenty of siestas and isn't marked. Shiny Greavard, phase 2. That's a shiny Gible. Shiny Gible. Shiny Gible, phase 3 now for Roaring Moons. First one that's a dragon. There's the crit cap, finally. Sometimes I feel like you can't catch anything in this game unless you get a crit cap. Let's check the nature. I'm gonna guess bold. I'm gonna guess bold. She is bold. Hey, I got it right. I'm not gonna heal her up because if she's gonna get wrecked, she's gonna get wrecked. Shiny Gible, shiny Gible. And she's dead. Oh my god! Shiny Roaring Moon! Shiny Roaring Moon! That's it! Oh my god. Ugh, okay, nope, I do not care about you. I'm sorry, Greavard, not your time. You've had the moment. No, oh my god, is it? Why would it fly so far up in the air? There we go. All right. Shiny Roaring Moon. This battle is so weirdly framed. I don't know why this thing immediately ascended to the top of the cave, but it does give you kind of a cool view of the cave. I can, no, it's not gonna let me do that actually. I was gonna try to click the stick to get the camera behind me, but... Oh, it's such a cool Pokemon, such a cool shiny. Wow, you can see the polygons on my Brute Bonnet from this angle. See what happens. I got it! I got it in the first Moon Ball! I do have a nickname for my Roaring Moon. Another weird portmanteau of non-English words. Alright, so I'm gonna nature guess timid, which I'm imagining isn't good for it. Okay, that would be really bad for it. Oh, it's a neutral nature. It's serious with no marks. So none of these guys came with a mark. My shiny Roaring Moon. Okay, you can't see it. There they are. Sorry, you're not a part of it, Koraidon. If I could shiny hunt Koraidon, I would 100% shiny hunt it and use it on this team. But unfortunately, Game Freak decided that They wanted to continue doing their garbage and shiny locking things, so here's our team. Aww. Let's do another picnic, show off Sandy Shocks in the bunch as well. What a nice, and it's sunset and everything too. What a nice bunch. I hope you enjoyed seeing all these finds too. So yeah, best of luck on all your hunts and take care. What? Hello? What just happened? That is... what? That is so weird. What? Really is the elephant in the room, huh?